Hello beautiful and welcome back to my channel. In today's video where we're gonna talk all about blushes, we are gonna chat about the most overrated, the most underrated, my most used, my oldest, my newest that I am wearing actually. This video is a bit of a tag. It was created by Jessica Braun and she was inspired by the eyeshadow palette tag. So this is more like the blush collection tag, and I've also seen Samantha March and Michelle Wong do this, and I will link all of that down below. The eyeshadow palette tag was created by Ali Glines and Samantha March, and I will also link that down below together with the video where I did the eyeshadow palette tag. But I've been so into blushes this year, like blushes. This has definitely been the year of blushes for me. I need a blush declutter so bad, so I thought it'd be so much fun for me to dig through my collection and answer these questions for you. And if you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Angie. I am a lover of fashion and makeup, especially colorful ones. I actually have some really good answers for the most colorful blush, and if you want to see some more color on your timeline, if you want to see some things that you might not see on every other channel, please do subscribe because I upload several videos a week. Okay, that was a really long and winded intro, but I will leave all the questions down below if you want to answer this tag yourself. And of course, I will leave the creators and the videos that I mentioned in the beginning. Oh my god, I had so much fun going through my collection and seeing like what I would pick for all of these different questions, because I have a lot of blushes, and still when I did this, there were a couple of blushes that I wanted to put on more than one spot, exactly like it was in the eyeshadow palette tag, let's be honest. So let me see, how many are there? Oh my god, there is quite a lot because I have quite a lot in front of me. Let's start with the first one, that is Newest blush. And that is actually the blush that I am wearing today. And I am wearing the coral blush from the coral collection from Colourpop. This one is called Shook to the Coral. Is it really called Shook to the Coral? Ooh, okay. So this is what this one looks like. It has a beautiful coral packaging, although I do prefer their cardboard packaging. And it is a warm goldy coral with a bit of a goldy sheen. I have filmed this video and I'm pretty sure that it's already up. Check my description box because I have filmed this look and I'm pretty sure it's already up. But this was one of the items from this coral collection from Colourpop that I was the most interested in because I'm wearing the entire coral collection on my face. The highlighter and the blush was, this blush is beautiful. I do wish for another kind of a packaging though. I prefer the cardboard packaging that they did for the Disney Princess Thingamajiggy and the Disney Villains. That packaging was beautiful. I'm gonna show you another Colourpop packaging in a bit as well, but that was also plastic. I'm opening and closing this one like an idiot, but I do prefer when they did the cardboard one. I wish that they would do that more because that was my favorite. That was my favorite. Oldest blush, I had to think a bit, but then I stopped thinking because I realized that it had to be this one. This is the Brown Sugar Pure Radiance Powder Blusher from H&M Beauty. Look at this beautiful packaging. This was before Fenty, by the way. Way before Fenty. So H&M Beauty has actually a really good beauty selection, and this is how brown sugar looks like. It is literally a very neutrally brown sugar kind of a shade. It has a little bit of a sheen to it. The blushes from H&M are so good. Really, really good. And I bought this in the beginning of my YouTube career. So I think that this is probably 5 years old. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to hear about it, okay? It actually might go in my next declutter because I haven't used it for a bit and it is a bit old. But it's still a very lovely blush, and it is definitely my oldest one. I do really like H&M Beauty. I will say that the star of the show of the H&M Beauty line is the cream lipsticks. They are chef's kiss. Next one is the most expensive, and I immediately grabbed my Natasha Denona, but then I was like, wait. I need to check if these are actually the most expensive, and they're not. Because $1 more, that's how much these melts are. The Natasha Denona blushes are $38 and these are $39, and I have two of them. Like an idiot. Who do I think I am? Either way, melt at $39, but I will say I'm pretty proud of myself for like not having like luxury. Like this is the most expensive that I have. I have the Dew blushers in Queen Bee, which is this like goldy caramelly one, and then I have it in Buzzkill, which is this like sand coral situation. Really love the digital dust formula from Melt. I have three. I don't want to talk about it, okay? I see you with your judgy eyes. We are moving on. Next question is everyday blush, and I don't really go for like an everyday look. This is probably the most everyday you're gonna see me. I don't really do like subtle, what people think are everyday looks, because I'm more of the, if I'm gonna wear makeup, I want to wear makeup in the way that I think it's fun. If not, I just skip wearing makeup, because I think I'm pretty good looking without makeup as well, so I have no problems with going without makeup. If it was like everyday makeup, I'd probably pick this brown sugar, because this is a very neutrally-ish blush. Instead, I decided, why don't I pick the blush that I reach for the most when I'm not using something specific? Like, a lot of the times as a YouTuber, you are reaching for something specific because you're reviewing it, or you're filming your first impressions, or you are like doing a video with like something specific. When I'm not, I usually pick this one. This one is in the My Little Pony collection packaging, and this is what I said with another plastic packaging that Colourpop had. I still like, these are two of the plastic packaging that Colourpop has had for blushes. I still prefer the cardboard one. This isn't the My Little Pony one though. This is so retrograde. I love a glowy blush and I love an orangey blush. This is my most well-used blush right now. Not all like since the beginning of my channel, but right now this is the one I reach for the most when I'm not doing something specific. I love an orange cheek, I love a glowy cheek, so this is so retrograde, and I did get this as a gift from my friend Karen Harris, and I'm so grateful because I love that blush so much. And if you love an orange cheek glowy blush, I very much recommend this So Retrograde. It is stunning, such a beautiful blush, and I'm so happy I have it in my collection. Next one is most colorful, and as you can see, like my everyday blush the most used is an orange, but I wanted to mention these ones are from the Seam or Siam. I think they're like the Siam. It's a Korean brand. Unfortunately, this packaging is a bit broken. That's how it is sometimes with drugstore products, because this is an affordable brand from Korea. I got this from Yes Style. I bought these myself, and I have a lavender one, which is almost the same color as my shirt. So this is a lavender one, and then I have this yellow one that is a bright yellow. I think I've used both of these on my channel. I think that both of these are really nice. I don't like the packaging though, but I think that these are the most like out there colors I have in my blush collection. They're not the most pigmented ones I have. I'd say the most pigmented ones I have are probably either the Cover FX or my Juvia's Place ones, but they are the most like out there colors, and I really do enjoy both of them. They're both staying. I just wish that they had different packaging. Next one is Best Memory, and I had to go back and look because I did a video where I recreated my makeup look for my wedding because I got married this year, and I had to go back and look like, what blush did I use again? Because obviously the blush that I picked for my wedding, and even though I couldn't like remember on the top of my head which blush I used, I thought that it'd be a good blush for me to mention in this video, and it was actually this one. I used the Buxom Wanderlust Primer Infused Blush in Seychelles, and it is a beautiful blush. It does look a lot like that brown sugar, and this is probably the reason why I will only use keep one of them, because they are very similar. But if you were looking for a more affordable version of Seychelles, I would say that brown sugar is a contender, because it is a really nice blush and it does last long on me, and it has a little bit of a sheen like this one. So I do like this a lot. I did get this in PR and I'm very grateful. I think that this is, no, I bought this and then I got it in PR as well. That's my luck. But it is a really beautiful blush, and this is the one that I used on my wedding because I wanted to have something more neutral on the cheeks, because I actually did have a green smoky eye when I got married, and I also wanted to have something that had a little bit of a sheen because I don't love an all matte cheek, and you probably saw that with all my pics here. I'm more about the glowy pores than a matte look. Now we're getting into one that is worth the hype and one that is not worth the hype. I will say, when it comes to worth the hype, I wanted to mention something that got a lot of hype and then I feel like people forgot about them, but I just want to remind you that the hype that these, what are they called, skin glazings by Nabla got, they are fully warranted. These are wonderful. I got this in PR. I think the one I use the most is Truth, which is like a neutral peach. These are beautiful. Just enough pigmentation, glides on the skin, leaves it a bit glowy. I really like this one as well, the Adults Only. This one I use as a blusher, and I think that anyone can use this as a blusher because it is buildable. It's pigmented, but not too pigmented, and it is buildable, so I think that if you have a deep complexion, you'll be able to get a really nice, warm, glowy cheek with this one as well. It is super pretty. And then I have two new ones. It's Independence and Lola. I wish with my entire being that this formula will come in a orangey warm blush, or like a, you know, that like duochrome coral gold. Oh, I would love that. These were hyped up, and for all the right reasons. They are wonderful. They're so good. I will link all the things that I talk about down below if I can, because some things will be discontinued, but the things I can find, I will link it down below. Don't you worry. I also want to talk about the most overrated. First of all, I want to mention the NARS blushes. I've had 2 NARS blushes in my life. I have decluttered both of them. It's not that I think that they are bad, but they're just not as... Sometimes things get really hyped, and it's not because they are so much better than anything else. It's because the right person mentioned them. And that's how I feel about the NARS blushes, and that's also how I feel about this one, the Cover FX Duo blushes. These are so nice, but are they better than any of the other things I'm mentioning here? No. This one has a better formula than the glowy blush than this one. And these matte ones, they are nice, but they are too pigmented. They are hard to work with. Not that they're not blendable, but they are a bit hard to work with. I do prefer this one over this one. This one just, it came out, it is aesthetically pleasing, it looks like a retro soap. The right people were talking about it, and it became very hyped. Is it better than anything else? Did this deserve to be this hyped? Not really. It's not a bad blush, but it's not that good. It didn't deserve all that hype. I said what I said. Don't come for me. Next one is Fave from Fave brand. And this is something that I reached for a lot. But I think that these have been discontinued. At least I don't find them at Sephora. Maybe they are still available at Beautylish, because I know I found them at Beautylish before. But I will try and see if I can find them online and link them. And that is the Duo Glows by Natasha Denona. I love Natasha Denona as a brand. I used to not. And then I have totally been like, I'm on the dark side now, okay? I came to the dark side because they have Duo Glows. This only came in 2 colors, and obviously I have both because Monster and I can't be stopped. This one is Rayo. It is more of an icy like pink. This is the one that was $38, and I thought this was my most expensive one, but actually turned out it's the melt one. And this one is Alba. This is that like coral gold. Oh, it's so beautiful. This is a blush highlighter hybrid. They have pretty much the same formula as this, but these are easier to pick up with a brush. This one is more of a baked gelée formula. You will need a denser brush. These are just so pretty. They're glowy on the cheeks. They're so glowy that you can take them up a bit on your cheekbone and do like a beautiful... Oh, I just love blushes. There are that highlighter, like blush hybrid. They're so glowy that you can just drape it up a bit and it looks just fresh and glowy. I love that. This was such a great formula. I think that this was a bit ahead of its time, I'll be honest, because this came out like a year before we had this glowy blush trend. And like I said, this one got a lot of hype because it came out at the right time. This one didn't get a lot of hype because it didn't come out at the right time. These two are some of my most used blushes in my collection. I use these so much. They're so beautiful and so flattering, and I think she was just a bit unlucky as to when these came out, because this is a beautiful formula, and I wish that they would be resurrected in the future, because wow, those are nice. I will see if I can find them and link them down below because they're so beautiful. Next one is most used, and I will say, like I said, right now it is the So Retrograde, but if we would say like over time, it is definitely this one. This one is from MAC. This is old. This is probably 4 or 5 years old, and I've used this so much. This is the Mineralize Skinfinish in Nuanced. This is a, you blend these together, you can see how well used this is, and it's used to be a dome and it's almost like flat. This is so rude. This is such a beautiful pinky peachy sheen. All of these mixed together, just like, look at that. It's just such a like glowy peachy sheen on the cheeks, and this is exactly that like highlighter blush hybrid that just looks so fresh and glowy on the cheeks, and it is just pigmented enough that someone with my skin tone, right now I don't have any self-tanner on at all, so I'm like a light, but I am in like a light to a light medium, and this one just looks great on me. And even in the dead of winter, I can just go in heavy with this and I just look so fresh. I've used this so much. I also have it in another shade. I don't know why this was limited edition and never came back, because this is just such a forgiving color and formula. It also had some darker shades. it was beautiful. Sometimes I don't understand the things that MAC like discontinues because, oh, such a beautiful formula. I've used it so much. It's so old and I still reach for it from time to time. Why do I feel like I'm looking at the questions here, but I feel like there should be one that's like most affordable, but I don't see it. But I brought out the most affordable one, so I'm gonna talk about it. And the most affordable ones that I have in my collection are the Sweet Cheeks in Glow from NYX. I have it in Totally Chill, which is this like glowy plum. These are $7.50 in the US and the ColourPop blushes are $8, so this is more affordable. And this one is in Summer Breeze. Look at this like peachy corally orange. Oh, so beautiful. This is so beautiful and affordable if you wanted to try this kind of a formula, because this is not as orange as the, let me show you. This is not as orange as the So Retrograde. You can see the So Retrograde is more like a true orange and this is more like a pinky coral. So if you wanted to go that route, but maybe wanted to be a little bit more subtle, definitely this would be the way to go. Next one is most underrated, then we have most nostalgic, and then we have most disappointing. I feel like the most underrated, did I think that I was gonna talk about these? Maybe, because I didn't bring anything else out. I will say that I think that these are the most underrated. Not a lot of people talked about these, and these are so beautiful. Should I look at my collection and see if I have something else that I can mention as well? Maybe the Super Shock Chics, to be honest. I have a couple that I really love, like this one. This is Drop of a Hat. These are so beautiful. This is so beautiful. Like these all, like overall, these Super Shock Chics are so underrated. They are so stunning. Like this one is fantastic. I love this so much. I feel like I'm a broken record always talking about how good I think this formula is. And again, I think that this was ahead of its time because now everyone is talking about cream products, but people are forgetting this one. This has been a good cream product that's been around for years and years, like 5-6 years at this point. And don't forget about this one. This is so good. The Super Shock formula from ColourPop. It's a really nice formula. I like it so much. Most nostalgic. Okay, most nostalgic. I still have this in my collection. This is the Sigma and Camila Coelho collection, and this is the Nightlife blush, and this is in Hotspot. The collection was called Nightlife, and that is this print. This is one of the first PR packages I got from Sigma. That's why it's very nostalgic, and also this is when I discovered that I love these orange leaning blushes, because this was the first blush I had that was like this. And still, this is not as orange. I'm gonna compare again to the Retrograde. This is more of that coral, you can see, but still, this was when I realized, wow, I really like this like coral orange leaning thing on my cheeks, and I thought I was so daring using this on my cheek. This is a beautiful, beautiful blush. This is discontinued, but yeah, this is when I realized maybe I am not the person that really wears these kind of blushes. Maybe I am more the person that wears these kind of blushes. And also this was one of the first PR packages that I got from Sigma, and I was so grateful, and I didn't like the eyeshadow palette and I felt so bad about it, but I still trashed it though because the palette wasn't any good. But this one, and also there was a liquid highlighter in this collection, still have it. Beautiful, so beautiful. Okay, last question. I think this is last question. Wait. Yes, most disappointing. And I feel bad saying this, but for me, the most disappointing is the cream blush by Salt New York. I heard so many people raving about the Salt New York formula. I do enjoy the highlighter a lot. The contour thingies, I still haven't used a light one, but the medium bronzer, it's a great shade because it's semi-transparent, but I feel like it's so hard to blend out. It always lifts my foundation whatever I do, and the blush is too balmy. It is not enough color. It is too oily and balmy and like smeary, and it lifts my foundation whatever I do, and I didn't enjoy it. And also then I had to work with it for so long to get it on my skin, and there was just not enough color. It's too much work for a formula that I didn't really like, for a color that I didn't really enjoy. So overall, I would say that the cream blush formula from Salt New York is my most disappointing blush, at least that I own in my collection, because of course I have gotten rid of blushes and gotten rid of products, but that I have in my collection right now. Let me know what are your answers to some of these questions, and if you want to do this, tag yourself and you have a YouTube channel, please do, and I would love to see it, so don't forget to tag me as well, because I would love to see your answers. I've been so into blushes. Am I missing out? Is there something I need to get? Oh wait, don't enable me to shop more blushes. That's the last thing I need. I need a new blush like I need a hole in my head. Let me tell you. Don't forget to check the description box to see all of the info, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!